While we wait for the forensic analysis phase of the Maricopa County, Arizona election audit to be completed, there's plenty of other election news all over the country. First, just for fun, let's go to Tampa, Florida, where congressional candidate Laura Loomer made quite a statement over, and I do mean literally over, this year's annual conference of the Florida Supervisors of Elections Incorporated, which featured Dominion voting systems and the Florida Secretary of State. So what is this organization? According to National File, it appears to portray itself as a government entity, but it's actually a professional private group, and it includes Florida's 67 duly elected supervisors of elections. And since these people are all elected officials, their meetings should be subjected to Florida's sunshine laws. This conference, however, closed to the public. Loomer, quite understandably, has a problem with this, and she decided to make her opinion known with some pretty cool stunts. For example, just as the representative from Dominion Voting Systems was speaking, she had a plane fly over with a banner that read, "Big Tech stole the election." I imagine that she didn't have it read, "Dominion stole the election," because she knew that she might just get threatened with a lawsuit. So that's why she didn't say Dominion stole the election. She also arranged for a very special truck to be just outside the hotel in which the conference was being held. The side of the truck has a digital screen that displayed a variety of excellent recommendations for fixing election problems, such as stopping the use of both mail-in ballots and voting machines. Now, some will call this just a campaign stunt, but it was great. Loomer said, quote, "Floridians deserve full and open transparency regarding any conference or discussions that are taking place concerning elections and election processes in their state. As a candidate for Congress in Florida's 21st Congressional District, combating voter fraud, big tech election interference, and improving election integrity are my top platform issues for 2022, end quote. But Loomer, well, she wasn't done. On Monday, she published video of a confrontation that she had with Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections Wendy Sartori-Link regarding her office's acceptance of $6.8 million from Mark Zuckerberg. You know who he is, the founder of Facebook. She calls that cash Zuckerbucks. Now recall that Mark Zuckerberg donated hundreds of millions of dollars to the Center for Tech and Civic Life, otherwise known as CTCL. They, in turn, doled it out to counties all over the country with conditions on how it had to be spent. In the video, she tries to get Link to tell her why she hasn't responded to a letter that was sent by Loomer 2 weeks prior that asked when she's going to return Zuckerberg's money.
You asked for it, and we gave you what we had, which was as of January 29th.
Right, but you told Fox News that you plan on using the money for the 2022 election.
I did not.
Really, Wendy? You never said that? Let's take a look at what you told Fox News.
I did not tell them that.
You did. You did an interview.
I did absolutely. They have never interviewed with Fox News. But are you going to have money? We will return the money.
When you plan on returning it?
We'll return it when the legislation is complete.
You already signed it.
All the litigation is complete. We are not spending any of it.
Accepting this kind of outside money is now illegal. Well, that's thanks to legislation recently signed by Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida. So any money that her department has left will, by law, have to be given back. Can't be saved, can't be used in 2022. Loomer is called, by many, the most banned woman in the world because she's censored by almost all major social media platforms. No kidding. She appears to wear that label as a badge of honor. Moving to Fulton County, Georgia, a huge center of attention right now, Epic TV has a well-sourced video about the security breach that took place. You remember that perhaps at the warehouse, holding absentee ballots that were to be unsealed, then investigated for possible fraud. We've told you the story leading up to the event on the basis of compelling sworn affidavits from election workers that physical ballots and the markings on them look fake. A judge decided to have the ballots unsealed and examined. But at the last minute, county officials and attorneys filed motions to dismiss. The judge had to postpone so he could hear their arguments, so the unsealing was delayed a month until June 21st. Then 2 days later, The secure building was found with its doors wide open, security alarm blaring. The guards who were supposed to be watching the door, they had left 20 minutes earlier. The lead petitioner for the plaintiffs is now asking to see the security video for the building in order to ascertain whether or not the ballots were tampered with. Also, according to court records, 4 election workers who were at Atlanta's State Farm Arena tabulating votes after others, including poll watchers, had been told to leave. They've been served with notices to appear and give depositions. Finally, and 2 of them in particular, a mother and daughter, they've been ordered to turn over their devices and also a variety of communications for a specified period before and after the election. Now we move on to Pennsylvania. Lawmakers there, they're getting serious about election reform, and they've unveiled their House Bill 1300. It calls for ID at every election. But the Washington Examiner says this bill is a non-starter for Democrat Governor Tom Wolf and legislative Democrats. Well, at least the effort is underway. It'll take more electoral victories to make this happen. But in the meantime, they need all the poll watchers that they can get. You live in Pennsylvania, maybe you can be one. Finally, moving to, Washington, D.C. Attorney General Merrick Garland is apparently looking to crack down on the Maricopa County, Arizona audit that's currently underway and any other audits that are undertaken right down the road, because the Justice Department will want to apply new scrutiny to the state's constitutional effort to run their own elections in ways that minimize fraud. Attorney General Garland calls their mission to protect the right to vote. Well, I wish their mission were to protect my vote from being nullified by a fake one, but I just don't think it is. Thanks for watching. Please comment and subscribe to the channel below and click the notification bell for more videos. And be sure to check us out on Rumble. Now, if you want more of my news analysis and commentary, you can sign up for my newsletter at MikeHuckabee.com. It is absolutely, completely free. And if you're in the mood for some great entertainment, be sure to check out our second channel, Huckabee's Jukebox. Well, that's it for this edition of The Breakdown. I'm Mike Huckabee.